The micro niche coaching method is the fastest way to get rich. Using this method, I built a 6-figure coaching business and I work less than 4 hours a day. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how you can do this, even if you have no followers, if you have no audience, or even if you're just getting started in business. And if you're already a coach or consultant, this method is going to explode your sales in the next 30 days. And now you may ask yourself, what is this micro coaching method? Super simple. You have to get ultra specific with who do you help and what problem you're solving. Not being bored as many other coaches. And let me give an example. Someone might say when they start a coaching business, I help people improve their mindset. It's too bored. Like, we don't know who are these people, how specifically improving their mindset will help them, and in what specific area is going to help them. Instead, you want to be ultra specific and hyper clear, just like that. I help freelancers get 20 clients a month using cold DMs without sounding like a spammer. You can see in this method, I tell who exactly I help, which is freelancers, that's our micro niche. What is the outcome that you promise them? You promise them getting 20 clients a month. How are they going to get these 20 clients? They're going to get them by doing cold DMs, and you're showing them a new way of doing these cold DMs, because in the past, people thought that cold DMs will make them sound like a spammer. Another example for the micro niche can be I help Muslim entrepreneurs balance faith and scale their businesses using Quranic principles. Again, you're super specific with who do you help and how do you help these people. And the last example, just so we can cement the point, is I help fitness coaches scale to $10,000 a month by optimizing their sales pipeline. That's in a nutshell how this micro niche coaching method works. And I was just like you. I didn't start with a massive audience when I implemented this method. Right now, I have 1,000 subscribers and I make more money than people who have 100,000 subscribers. But it wasn't always like this. I used to struggle a lot when I started my coaching business. I was addicted to video games and I tried to balance this with running my business back then. And because I didn't use this micro niche method, I wasn't able to get any clients. I had 0 clients back then and it was such a pain. Because I saw myself as a person running a business, but in reality, I didn't have a business. I just had a time-wasting hobby, because that's what a business without sales is. It's simply a time-wasting hobby. My niche back then, when I started my coaching industry, was I help people start a theme page. And now, you may ask, who are these people? I didn't know back then who specifically I was helping. I didn't know how exactly I was helping them. I just knew that I achieved a transformation in my life by building this Instagram theme page business, and I wanted to start coaching. But the mistake was that I was too bored with my niche. And you can notice that by me saying my niche statement. But then when I learned this micro niche method, I got super specific with whom I was helping. My first niche back then was I help teenagers start their Instagram theme page business. And you can see that we have a huge change just by adding a few words. I was clear on who I was helping. This was teenagers, people similar like me back then. And I didn't help them start any kind of business. I helped them start specifically Instagram theme page business. That simple shift, it changed everything. I just needed a clear offer a content strategy, and a conversion system to get clients. I didn't need to post 10 times a day, I didn't need a team. I could do everything solo. Now you may ask, why would I start such a micro niche with my business right now? Let me tell you why. The first reason is because these micro niches, they're super relatable and specific. People buy from people. They don't buy from businesses, from coaches, from whatever. People buy from people. But they buy from people who they believe, who they trust, who they like, and who they know. And by having this micro niche, you get to build this sort of trust and relatability with the audience, because you speak to one specific avatar. If we speak to all people, they all have different problems. I don't know them. But if we speak to, let's say, burned out agency owners, I know their pain, I know their problems, I know their challenges, and I can be super specific with that, and people will feel relate, and I'll be super specific with whom I help. And when I am relatable and specific, guess what happens? This builds instant trust. All of these generic coaches, all of them get ignored. But specialists, people with a deep understanding of only one problem, they get paid. Let me ask you this. Who do you think is going to make more money? A general doctor or a heart surgeon? We all know the answer. Obviously, it's the heart surgeon. And the same thing is here. The micro coach is the one who is going to make a lot of money. And these micro niches help you convert better. Right now, you don't need to have this 100 clients to make a quite good income, be free. No, you don't need that. You just need 3 to 5k ticket clients. And then you'll be able to build this $5, $10, or even $20,000 a month business, because you only work with a few high quality clients. And this micro niche can work very, very well when you combine this with YouTube. And you don't need to have this huge team that will work. You don't need to have this stress, this overwhelm. No, just 1 to 2 videos a week answering your niche biggest pain points can flood your DMs with qualified leads without you even paying for ads, which is the best part about this strategy. And now let me give you the roadmap that will get you to $10,000 a month by following this micro niche strategy. The first thing that you have to get clear on is the niche. You want to pick your micro niche. How you're going to pick this micro niche? By answering these 3 questions. What problem do you solve? Who exactly do you help? And why you're uniquely positioned to help them. When you have an understanding of the people you help, then you can easily craft your irresistible offer, because you know what specific problems they have, you know how exactly you're helping them, and then creating an offer is very easy, just by answering these 3 questions. What is the outcome that you deliver to your micro niche? How long does it going to take them to achieve this outcome? And of course, you have to answer how much you're going to charge for your program. Once you have the niche and the offer, then you start posting content for that niche. You can post on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform that you choose. And you don't need this fancy editing skills. You just need your phone or your laptop to record videos. Just like me, I'm recording from a laptop, I'm using Loom, no fancy editing, simple as that. I'm answering the questions that my niche is asking, and I show them that I'm the person with a knowledge in this specific niche who can solve their problems. And when I establish myself as an authority leader through content, just as I'm doing right now by showing you this method, then I use DMs and social media to book sales calls so I can speak with my ideal clients. And of course, when I speak with my ideal clients, what I do, I simply see what is the current situation, desired situation, and of course, based on that, I offer them my program that I created right here so they can solve the problems they're facing. And that's how simply you can use this. And if you are existing or aspiring coach who want help doing this step by step, I will personally help you launch and scale your coaching business. Just make sure to click the first link in the description. And if you don't want my personal help, no problem. You can use this video as a playbook. The opportunity is right here, right now. Micro niche coaching is the way to get rich quick.